What if I told you that there's a gospel that was hidden from the world for over 1,600 years? A gospel that could change the way we see one of the most controversial figures in history. One of the most mysterious stories of the past is about a man called Judas Iscariot, who was a follower of Jesus. In this video, we will dive into a terrifying book called The Gospel of Judas Iscariot. An unconventional view. The Gospel of Judas, a Gnostic text, presents a contentious interpretation of Christianity and the conduct of the individual frequently held responsible for Jesus' supposed betrayal. Many people believe that the New Testament is divinely inspired and that Christianity has always been a cohesive belief system. However, recent findings like the Gnostic Gospels indicate that early Christianity was far from being a homogeneous movement, with early Christians struggling to determine which Gospels to embrace or discard. The Gospel of Judas throws a meteor at everything we know about the Bible. Have we been lied for over 2,000 years? Did the events of Jesus' most crucial moment go in a different way, disrupting the norm? Translated into Greek around 150 CE, the Gospel of Judas Iscariot is part of the Chacos Codex, uncovered in Middle Egypt during the 1970s. Despite being buried, stored in a damp safety deposit box, and even frozen, the Codex had endured the test of time, making it a significant historical artifact that has shed new light on early Christianity. As you can imagine, a book that offers a different perspective on some of Jesus' most important stories was denounced. Even Irenaeus called it heretical. He helped shape precedent for what was considered orthodox and what was considered as heretical. A struggle for supremacy. Some quick context before we delve in. Christianity in its early days was split into numerous denominations, each with their own set of beliefs, practices, and interpretations of Jesus' teachings. Roman Empire Constantine aimed to resolve these disparities by calling the Council of Nicaea in 325 CE, a gathering of early Christian leaders and theologians. Early church fathers were tasked with discerning which writings were canonical and which were heretical, given the abundance of available texts. This process was fraught with political and theological tensions, as various factions within the church sought to assert their own interpretation of Jesus' message and gain control over the future direction of Christianity. Censured. The Gospel of Judas, although possibly written by the disciple himself, was concealed or lost for centuries and as a result created a potentially warped version of the accepted story we know today. The Christian history is primarily composed from the victor's standpoint, who succeeded in silencing or twisting alternative views. They eradicated writings and stifled dissenting opinions as perilous heretics. Do you think this was unfair to believers, or was it their duty to separate the texts? The recovery of these texts, like the Gospel of Judas Iscariot, has opened new avenues for scholarship and offered fresh insights into the development of the Christian faith. Judas Iscariot, the most loyal follower. It has been an accepted narrative that Judas was seen committing the ultimate act of betrayal and literally sacrificed Jesus for money. People oftentimes use the word Judas interchangeably with the word traitor. This is why you will be shocked to learn that the Gospel of Judas paints Judas as Jesus' most trusted ally. In the Gospel of Judas, Jesus is portrayed as personally requesting Judas Iscariot to betray him, which challenges the teachings of the New Testament Gospels. This claim is startling, but not entirely inconceivable, since the New Testament Gospels also portray Jesus as foreseeing and accepting his own demise. This radical interpretation of Judas's role forces us to reevaluate our understanding of Jesus' life, relationships, and motives. It raises important questions about the nature of betrayal, loyalty, and the dynamics between Jesus and his disciples. By presenting Judas Iscariot as a trusted confidant, his gospel invites us to consider the possibility that Jesus may have had a more complex relationship with his disciples than what has traditionally been depicted in the New Testament Gospels. This alternative view suggests that there might have been hidden layers of meaning and intention behind Jesus' actions, which have been overlooked or misinterpreted by the mainstream Christian tradition. The apostles' myths. The astonishing changes to the story don't end there. The Eucharist is the center of almost every Mass and celebration and is seen as the integral part of the faith. The Gospel of Judas Iscariot contends that the apostles misinterpreted the Eucharist and revered a false deity. Jesus is portrayed as ridiculing the apostles during the Eucharist, implying they were mistaken in their understanding of this central Christian ritual. This critique of the apostles' actions challenges the traditional narrative of the Last Supper and calls into question the very foundations of Christian liturgy and theology. Moreover, the Gospel of Judas Iscariot confronts the contemporary fascination with martyrs and reproaches early Christians for endorsing torture and violent deaths as divine will. This critique of martyrdom raises questions about the glorification of suffering in Christian tradition and prompts us to reconsider the role of violence and self sacrifice in the formation of religious identity. The discovery and analysis of the Gospel of Judas Iscariot have sparked intense debate among scholars and theologians, as well as among the wider public. The text forces us to confront the complexities and contradictions within early Christianity and offers a window into the diverse beliefs and practices that shaped the development of the Christian faith by challenging established narratives and inviting us to consider alternative interpretations. The Gospel of Judas Iscariot enriches our understanding of the origins of Christianity and encourages us to re-evaluate long-held assumptions about the life and teachings of Jesus. Judas Iscariot interpretation. Towards the end of the Gospel of John, Judas Iscariot achieves a profound understanding of Jesus' teachings. He no longer shies away from the divine light and instead embraces the truth revealed to him. This moment signifies Judas's spiritual awakening, shedding new light on his role as an apostle and his relationship with Jesus. The Gospel of Judas Iscariot offers a fresh perspective on Judas's character, suggesting that his actions were not solely driven by betrayal, but also by a deeper understanding of Jesus' divine mission. The significance of the crucifixion. The crucifixion of Jesus was the pivotal event in the history of Christianity, shaking the faith of many early followers and prompting a range of interpretations and responses. The Gospel of Judas Iscariot offers a unique perspective on the crucifixion, arguing that it should not be a source of despair, but rather an opportunity for spiritual growth and transformation. According to the text, the crucifixion serves as a reminder that our lives encompass more than our biological and psychological experiences. True life begins when the Spirit of God transforms the soul, offering hope and renewal even in the face of suffering and death. By examining the Gospel of Judas Iscariot and its interpretation of the crucifixion, one can gain a deeper appreciation for the diverse ways in which early Christians grappled with the challenges and mysteries of their faith. Judas Iscariot, the demon. For many investigators, Judas Iscariot was a demon, a sinister figure working against Jesus and his mission. Deacon's interpretation offers a stark contrast to the more sympathetic portrayal of Judas Iscariot found in the Gospel of Judas, sparking debate and controversy among scholars and theologians. The original Greek text of the Gospel of Judas Iscariot refers to the traitor as a daimon, or 13th god. Over the time, this term took on a sinister connotation and became associated with demons. However, in ancient Greek thought, the term daimon could also refer to a lesser god or even one's fate. Pagels and King's interpretation offers a more nuanced understanding of Judas's role and character, inviting further exploration and debate. Now, we would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the Gospel of Judas Iscariot presents a more accurate portrayal of Judas? Or is it simply an alternative view that challenges the traditional narrative? Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more.